Hi there, Lloyd Machedo, speaking to you from lloydmachedo.com. Who is Lloyd Machedo and Think Personal Branding? I thought I'd share my thoughts with you, especially with regards to people who are searching for jobs in Dubai, UAE. I'll just share with you one incident, one episode that will shed some light and make you understand what the entire essence of hunting for a job. I'll just give one example. I was, obviously, I'll keep details confidential. I was with the CEO of this company, a local company, not a very big one, but he had like, I think it was four branches in UAE, Dubai. So he had taken my services or employed my services as a consultant, HR consultant, to employ the right people. And we were slowly filling in the various jobs. It was an IT based company. And then there was this vacancy for a sales engineer. A sales engineer, he had to not only sell the services of the company, he had to also be the engineer, in terms of IT networking. So we had advertised at a particular time, say I'm not too sure because it was like I think 6, 7 years ago. So I think it was somewhere in the morning at around 10 o'clock. So people had filled up, everyone had come there, and we finished the first round of interviews. Everyone was dressed up in a suit and tie. It was like walk-in interviews. So 10 o'clock, and by the time it was 10:30, we had conducted the first round of eliminations. 10:30 was the second round. Finally, we had more or less the candidates who we wanted to apply, the top five or top six. As we were calling one by one each candidate inside, all of a sudden, after I think the second or third guy came in and we finished the interview, he was, all of them were dressed up in suit and tie and had a professionally well-made resume. In walks this guy. Okay. After the guy left, immediately this guy just put his head in and said, "Sir, excuse me." So said yes. And as he popped his head in, this guy was completely drenched in sweat. Okay, completely drenched in sweat. He looked like he had been running out in the streets in the afternoon. And for those of you who do not know, in Dubai, the heat is unbearable. It goes up to 50 degrees centigrade. You can actually fry an egg on the road. It's that hot. So obviously he must have been, running or walking fast. So he's huffing and puffing, really sweating. Uh, I literally thought he was going to faint. So he was breathing heavy, and the receptionist, the secretary said, "Sir, this man wants me." I said, "It's okay, just let him be." So I said, "Yes, how can we help you?" So he said, "Sir, I was supposed to come for this interview. I got lost, and the bus took me to the wrong place." He used the local bus, and I finally, found the place for the interview. He said, "Sir, please, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Don't make your decision without interviewing me." And we, immediately asked him, "But you're not dressed for the interview. You're sweating. You don't even have a tie." He said, "Please, I came running because I didn't want to miss this opportunity. Just give me a few minutes. I'll freshen myself." This is actually, so me and the CEO looked at each other's face and we're like, "Okay, fine. We'll give you a fair chance." The reason why we gave him the chance, even though he's completely sweating, he was not wearing a suit, nothing. He was not even wearing a tie, as he had the tie in his hand because he came running, was because he had fire, he had passion, he had that determination, he had that capacity, that belief that was there. So don't make your decision until you have taken my interview. So we're like, fine. If he believes so much in himself, it's okay. So we finished off the rest of the other guys, and by the time we sent someone to ask whether he was ready, and by the time he had freshened himself, but he was still sweating. So, he was completely wet. His shirt was drenched with sweat. So he came in. Once he came in, the first question I asked him, I said, "You want to apply for a job as a sales engineer. Now, you came late. You're not wearing the proper attire. You're not dressed for the occasion. You look horrible. Your resume," he had a resume, and it was not that great. You don't, you disrespected all of us. Obviously, I was giving him a stress interview to see how would he react. I said, why should we consider you over any candidate when all of them are better qualified than you? They have come on time. They know how to communicate. They know how to talk. They know how to dress. Why should anyone even consider you? That was my first question. Huh? Just imagine, first question. And no sooner that I asked him this, because I had asked this question to everyone else. Now, think for a minute, what would you have answered if I asked you, why should I consider you when there are people better than you, smarter than you, more intelligent than you, more qualified than you, more experienced than you? That's what I asked him. To my surprise, okay, this is exactly what he said. He said, sir, you're right. Okay, he said, sir, you're right. These people are smarter than me, richer than me, more well-dressed, more qualified, everything, sir, you said is right. But sir, I'll just tell you something about me. I said, go ahead, I'm listening. He said, sir, I have come from India. I've come from India, from Kerala, which is the southern part of India. In order to come here, my mother sold her gold. She's my single mother. I don't have a father. My mother sold her gold, and that gold was for my sister to get married. We sold it. We sold it so that I could come here, earn money, take care of my mother, take care of my sister. There's nobody else for our family. He said, sir, I know that these people are better than me. I know that they're better. But sir, I have a family to take care, and that is why, even though they are better than me, more qualified than me, more educated, I will work harder than them, sir. I'll work more hard than anyone else. I'll work without taking a day off. I will go outside, and until I achieve the target, I'll not come back. And then he dropped the bomb by saying, and sir, my open challenge, you don't have to give me a single penny. Don't give me a single dirham. Only after I prove it to you, you pay my salary. So put me, challenge with them. I will work with them, but I will earn more than them. I have no experience, I have no contact, nothing. I don't even have money for traveling, but I will show you, sir. All I want is just give me the chance to prove myself. I said, okay. I said, all right. I told him to exit the room. As soon as he left the room, me and the CEO looked at each other's face and we were like, what the hell did he just say? And believe it or not, both of us, me and the CEO, were blown away with the intensity, with the integrity, with the interest at which he sold the belief that he had in himself, the sense of urgency, importance, the drive, the hunger. You see, he got selected, just to let you know, he got selected for the job and he ended up being one of the best employees of the company. He grew up the ranks and eventually got employed by another multinational giant eventually. Now, this guy, he was not qualified, like overly qualified. He was not rich. He was not successful, didn't wear great clothes. But all he had was that intensity, that power, the determination, the drive, and the ability to challenge and put his neck on the line and, put his skin in the game by saying, you don't pay me if I don't achieve, I'll prove it to you. I mean, that takes a lot of guts. That takes a lot of balls. That takes, fire. Not everyone can do that. And that is why he got selected out of all the candidates who are better than him, smarter than him, everything better than him, So what I'm trying to tell you here is, fine, you don't have a strategy, you jump into a country, you're desperately looking out for a job. But then, there are some things that cannot be taught. Hunger, drive, determination, fire, the capacity of a human being to have focus, to have a goal that is larger than himself. I can't teach you that. Nobody can teach you that. You can't read it from any article. You can't watch it from any YouTube. That comes from within. And he had it in him, to really look at life and challenge it. I'll tell you, I used to conduct interviews in a really stressful manner. Many people would shake and shiver when I would take interviews. He didn't, because he was not afraid, because he had come with a purpose to take care of his mother, to take care of his sister, and there was nobody else. So the reason I'm sharing this story with you, the reason I'm telling you this is, stop giving bloody excuses. Oh, sir, I don't have money, sir. Oh, my CV, sir, I don't know. You know, if you really want to do something, you're going to do it. If you really have the fire, you need to be obsessed. You need to have that hunger, that determination. And yes, the logical thinking. Obviously, you can't go cowboy and, say, oh, sir, I don't care about CV. No, it doesn't work. Obviously, it worked because maybe I was there. If you're trying a multinational company, maybe it wouldn't work. But this guy had the fire. This guy had the fire. So all I'm telling you is, if your resume is not done, seek out a professional and get it done. If your interview skills are not good, find the best mentor for you and work on them. Have a strategy in mind. Have that fire in mind. Stop acting like like a loser, man, like a beggar. Please, sir, please, sir. And stop being a freeloader. Stop looking at which article can I see. Oh, change the heading. Oh, I changed the heading. Oh, this CV looks nice. I'll copy paste. That's a lazy man's strategy for success, and it's not going to work. There are billions of people who watch the same video. There are billions of people who watch the same article. Don't think that you're going to succeed that way, man. Stop it. You will not succeed that way, and I can assure you, I will challenge you, you will not succeed that way. So stop bullshitting. Stop trying all this nonsense and dig deep. Dig deep. If you don't want to pay a professional, fine. You don't want a professional to look at your resume because you're stingy and you don't want to spend money, fine. You don't want to develop your interview skills, okay, fine. But then at least have something inside. If that is also not there, if this is empty, how do you expect to succeed? So that's what I have to say, guys. So Lloyd from LloydMachedo.com, who is Lloyd Machedo and Think Personal Branding, sharing with you his views. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, because, if you want to succeed in life, man, this is the only way that I feel you can. Let me know what you think. This is me saying goodbye for now. Take care.